Hey everybody, how's it? No, wait, it's not a happy Aloha Friday, it's a Saturday. It just feels like the Friday's still kind of hung over into Saturday. Hey, check out the hair. I look like Mr. Heatmeister from the upcoming Christmas show, right? Heatmeister. Anyhow, sorry, I digress because it's Saturday morning. I have a hot, fresh cup of coffee here. And I have a request that came through that he said, I don't know if you're going to like this, but if you like the kind of odd rhythms and stuff like Tool and all kinds of stuff, you might dig this. You know who you are. Want me to check out a band called GoGo Penguin. And the name of this track is Everything is Going to Be Okay. So join me on this, guys. I do love, as you know, those odd, cool super rhythms that Tool and other bands like that are, and Lucid Planet even brings to us. So let's check out, let's see, GoGo Penguins, Everything is Going to Be Okay. All right, here we go. It's kind of a great point of view based how they do what they do. I love the setup already of the patterns and everything, but he's playing piano, but it almost sounds like muted harp, except for now. This is pretty badass. Ooh, that drummer. Some of those ghost notes. Some syncopation heaven going on here, if I do say so my damn self. Okay, in my old style of doing things, just stopping briefly. This is what, to me, what is super badass about this is that they're letting us marinate in this rhythm pattern that they've set up. And there's kind of this, the syncopation, the vibe of what we're hearing in these different patterns is almost like at a certain point I was expecting to be some insane kind of lead work starting to come up. But I think right now what I'm experiencing is what the real magic is for me on this is that it's because it's not getting too far out there, and very much like Tool per se, once they get us into a pattern and stuff like that, they allow us to kind of rinse in it, you know, and then so we get sunk in this pattern, we get sunk in this kind of like go get 'em thing. And one thing that's kind of tripping me out a bit, obviously, at the very beginning of the track, there was a little bit of an opening of some kind of sequence that had a little bit of an ambient pattern to it. And then when I'm looking at the piano's going and he starts playing and it's this kind of muted harp kind of vibe. So I don't know if this is a MIDI piano, which does exist. And in production, they're just, changing it up as they go along. They decide, bring in the piano sound or something, but let's continue on. Oh man, this is great. great spacey bass solo like that. Keep an eye on that hi-hat. That's the zip line to this rhythmically. Jeez, that was insanely cool for me. I think a lot of us here on the channel, we really love a lot of the heavy metal and all kinds of subgenres and all that. Things that give us that kind of tug of war rhythmically. And to hear it in clean tones like this, like many other bands do, I mean, tons of, like the Snarky Puppies and all kinds of stuff. This is even a little bit more of a distilling, if you would, like, well, the Snarky Puppy is a huge, ensemble, right? And here you have these three musicians that have this unique pattern that they set up. And like I said, I think the most important thing about it is that just really let you sit and rinse in it. But they add just enough changes to make it so it's not monotonous and you don't get lost in it. Of course, watching the videos is absolute pleasure, especially because I love the bass. Probably if I ever come back in another life, I'd probably spend my life focusing on bass because I just love what it brings, the tones that it's capable of bringing. And actually here as an upright bass, as a double bass, almost every bit of the use of the bass was brought to us from harmonics. There is bowing that's going on there, but I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's a little overdubbed because I did hear some pick notes, some plucked notes or some bass line that was going on there. It is possible that you can actually do both, but then you'd have to be working with the two open strings or something. I loved every bit of the nuances the drummer put into this, all the subtleties. That's another thing about this. A performance like this is based on the subtleties. The magic is the counter rhythms and all the fun stuff that's going in there. But to me, it's the nuances as each one of them brought into it. The thing that was very unique, like I said, though, and yes, pianos like this that are regular pianos also are set up to be MIDI. In the early 90s, I actually saw a Bosendorfer that actually had a MIDI. We're talking $100,000 piano actually had a MIDI thing, and I was like, okay, that's a trip. But as a track in of itself, I loved it. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of you who were here expecting, heavy metal and stuff like that, I think, through and through, a lot of people have an appreciation for this kind of rhythmical works. Well, probably an appreciation for all kinds of stuff. This is a heavy metal channel, and I know that a lot of you have different tastes, but I loved every bit of this. And you know who you are. Thank you so much for bringing this up, and I'm really stoked to have shared it here on this channel. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Remember, count all the wins. As small as they are, they stack up, and then you can see over the bullshit. If you're still here, type in, I'm still here. All right. See you guys.